Good morning, students. Welcome back to biology classroom once again. I hope all of you have watched my last video and you have understood what I have discussed in the last class. I think in my last class I have discussed the absorption of water. So today I am going to teach you absorption of minerals. Basically, plants absorb the water as well as mineral also, because for making their food they require different types of minerals like calcium, magnesium, manganese, nitrogen, etc. So basically plants dissolve in water and mineral also. So they absorb water and minerals by means of two processes. They are diffusion and active transport. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is a mechanical process by which the molecules of salt, ion of salts, can enter in the root here from the higher concentration to lower concentration. Higher means when the molecules or ion of salt are higher rather than root here in the surface area of soil, then the molecules enter in the root here. There is no need of any permeable membrane, that is diffusion. And another one is active transport. When the concentration of molecules is lower in the surface area of soil, then basically plants follow the active transport process. Active transport process means here the molecules or ion of salt can enter in the root here from the lower concentration to higher concentration. When the concentration of the salt particles is lower in the soil rather than root here, then they follow the active transport. This process is known as active transport. So what is active transport? Active transport means the transportation of molecules or ion of salt from the lower concentration to higher concentration. That is active transport. So look at the book. Transportation in plants. We have already studied that plants take up water and dissolve minerals from the soil through their roots and transport it to their leaves for the preparation of food. So all of you know that plants require water and minerals for making their food. The leaves of plants prepare food by using water brought in from soil and carbon dioxide taken from air during photosynthesis. And this food has to be transported from the leaves to all other parts of the plant. Plants have transport system which serve two following purpose. It carries water and minerals absorbed by the root up to the leaves, and it also helps to transport the food made in the leaves to all other parts of the plant. So from that part, basically plants transport water and minerals to prepare their food, and again they intake the carbon dioxide and trap the solar energy to continue the photosynthesis process. So plant have transport system, well developed transport system to carry the water and minerals absorbed by the root up to the leaves. Same way, which kind of food that are prepared in the leaves, same way this food transported to the all body parts by a well developed transport system. In order to carry water and dissolve minerals as well as prepared food, a plant has transport system inside it. The transport system in plants consists of two tubes called xylem and phloem. Before I have already discussed the vascular bundle of the plant, because xylem and phloem, they compost the total vascular system. I mean transportation system. Xylem responsible for the carry out the water and minerals. Same way, phloem are responsible to carry out the food throughout the plant body. In other words, xylem and phloem transport substance in plant. The xylem and phloem carry the various substance in solution, form up and down the plant, constitute the transport system of plant. So what do you know from the part? So food and water is carried by special transport system. Transport system basically consists of xylem and phloem. They are tube-like structure and they arranged one by one. Xylem responsible for water transport. Same way, phloem responsible for food throughout the plant body. The structure of xylem. The complex vascular tissue called xylem carries water and minerals dissolved in it from the root upwards through the stem and branches up to the leaves. Xylem has 4 different types of cells. They are tracheid vessels or trachea, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. So xylem has 4 different types of cell. They are tracheid vessels or trachea, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. Tracheid are elongated dead cell. First one, just underline this word. Tracheids are dead cell. They provide mechanical support. I mean, when xylem carry out the water, tracheid provide the mechanical support to the cell. They play an important role in the transport of water. First one, tracheids are dead cell. They provide mechanical support to absorb or transport the water. Vessels or trachea form a row of cells placed end to end form tube-like structure called vessels. I mean, one cell end, another cell starts. So the tube-like structure form a vessel or tube-like formation. They are open from both ends. They are open in both ends, upper ends and lower ends. Both ends are open. Provide mechanical support. They also help in transport of water and minerals. Xylem parenchyma are only living cells. So the only living cell of xylem, that is xylem parenchyma, present in xylem tissue. They help in conduction of water and minerals. Xylem parenchyma is only living cell. They help to conduction of water and minerals. These parenchyma cells are also store reserve food and the form of starch. So parenchyma basically help to store the food as a form of starch. Xylem sclerenchyma are narrow and tapering cells are help to provide mechanical strength to the tissue. So sclerenchyma only provide the mechanical strength. So for this class, up to this portion.